hmm just reading through the handbook of the United Nations meeting going on in New York. Yes, yes, yes. They have what's known as diplomatic immunity. Yep. I included the law from the United States federal government that established the United Nations in the United States of America. Mm. Now, you'll find it in the War Crimes Drive, and I kind of looked through it. Ooh, ooh. Let's say my sons are kidnapped. And if I find out they're playing football today, that school will never get out of prison. Ouch! Now, let's say I emailed the United Nations, that I would like to have dissolved the United Nations marriage certificate right now. The state of Washington never had any subject matter jurisdiction or personal jurisdiction to issue any protection orders without a new accusation of domestic violence and child abuse. And they did not have the jurisdiction to issue the dissolution of marriage without proof of service to myself as the respondent. Yes. And they refused to serve me multiple times when going to court. Yes. When in jail. Yes. Or under the false accusation of violating the restraint provisions of the protection orders. Now, the individuals in the United Nations that are meeting this week, yeah, I'd like to know who they are. Yes. As well as all the employees of the United Nations that would not have diplomatic immunity for their arrest right now. How are you? Now, I want the United Nations to understand that there's a law, yes, that was passed quite a long time ago, yes, that established that the United States would be the host nation of the United Nations meetings. Now, it's in here. Maybe you want to look through it and see that federal law. Because I don't have any problem putting in prison. See, I got a copy of the delegate's handbook. Yes, yes, yes. It's somewhat, well, it's 116 pages. It's got a lot of information in it. Yes. And then I went through and looked at why it is that the United States supports the United Nations. Yes. Handbook on Civil Registration Vital Statistics Systems. Yes. Now, the United States has been issuing what's known as certificates of dissolution of marriage. Yes. Without having subject matter and personal jurisdiction to be able to issue them. And my thought was that if the United Nations or any of the actual diplomats that have knowledge of this, yes, did know that you were in violation of the federal law of the United States called the Headquarters Agreement. Now, we've established the United Nations. Yes. It's, let's see here. Oh, look at that. An act, it's a federal law. Be it enacted by the Senate and the House of Representatives, United States of America in Congress.